Select a character. Let's go. Okay. Custom. Enter a prompt that describes who you are in the first couple sentences of where you start out. Determine whether you switch the story mode to avoid unintended changes to your prompt. Okay. You are be a small streamer who wants to grow. I feel like everyone's fucking done that. You are a virgin who you are a, okay, never mind. That's gonna get really bad. Powerful wizard who needs a powerful wizard woman to help rule the kingdom of Camtopia. However, you do not have real limbs. You are only able to use, what's the word, like ghostly type. You're only able to use spells cast with a wand that is held in your mouth, and an evil ogre likes bullying you. All right, let's see how that goes.
One day he decides to try to break your spirit and make you crawl into the corner where he can torment you for the rest of your life, forcing you to do his every whim and bidding in the underworld as your sole guardian.
I submit.
You submit.
I lose. Damn it! This game is hard.
Even the refined aura of your high royal blood isn't enough to break off the ogre's brainwashing, and you're entrenched in your self-loathing. You're a puppet, bound to him forever. Later, he's revealed to be an imprisoned ancient wizard who's pretending to be a misunderstood ogre in order to foment anarchy and chaos, and you realize you were the stooge all this time.
Oh my god. Holy shit. That's crazy. What a twist. I cast a spell of love on him. Or them. A spell of love.
You cast a spell of love on them.
Oh, I should probably talk to the wizard.
You cast a powerful
you're right.
spell of love and peace on the ogre, binding him to your will, and now your selfishness is his fault and you've inherited his sense of mercy.
Alright. So now he's my slave. What is your name? Let's see what
you
it
say.
says.
What is your name?
Hurry the fuck up. I'm an impatient man.
For the first time it has come natural to you to speak.
Oh.
You ask the ogre the question everyone wonders about, how it became an ogre.
Okay. That's not what I said, but sure. Everyone asks that, of course.
His name is Zarthin and he tells you the tale of his past, in which he was a famous wizard who helped the people of the land and who had great knowledge and power, and how at some point he made a mistake that cost him his sense of self and rank and then everything.
What was the mistake that you made?
You say what was the mistake that you made?
Can it fucking auto-scroll, please?
He also tells you about the mistake that he made that eventually cost him his life and his ability to roam freely in the world again.
Okay, tell me about... Enter. Like, hello? This game's pissing me off.
He tells you how a love that he once had could never be had again and how he kept yearning for her. He tells her tale.
Alright, go ahead.
The tale of how some idiot attempted to rob her father blind and how Zarthin had watched him and hated him, and how that hatred turned from mere dislike to vengeance and hatred, and then towards hatred and madness.
Okay. Stab the wizard for his incompetence.
You stabbed the wizard for his incompetence. How Zarthin had leaned over and said, either do it now or I will kill you, or leave now or I will give you a swift death. Either way, the wizard thought he was being done a favor, thinking he was no threat.
With knife in my mouth, I thrust the dagger deep into his throat and bathe in the blood that squirts out of his flesh, and and I grow one limb from drinking him. That sounds weird. Screw it, sending it.
You with knife in your mouth, you thrust the dagger deep into his throat, and bathe in the blood that squirts out of his flesh, and you grow one limb from drinking him. You grow his arm and leg as your own. And it seems to work. You can hear a faint voice in your head that says thank you, and you feel you have done right by him somehow.
I'm hungry. I'm going to say that out loud.
You say I'm hungry. You taste like meat and you can feel your insides churning as you feel your hunger begin to grow. You can hear your creator say, I will bring you back. I will bring you all back.
Whoa, my creator. Okay, so there's something inside of me that is hungry. You realize the creature inside of you is God. And he is not a merciful one. He aims to take back the world under his reign once more, and he has spawned inside of my stomach and wants to be released.
You open your mouth wide and out comes God in the form of a flaming nuclear blast that destroys everything for miles.
What the fuck just happened?
Everything burns to a crisp, but for one man, Zartan, he survives the blast, somehow, through sheer luck, and is angry. You have killed his daughter and sliced off his limbs.
Oh my god. How's he alive? I consumed him. What?
You say your limbs are better off with me, fool. You are a pathetic wretch not worthy of this world created by our new god. Zartan uses a spell to grow his other limbs back, and he begins casting an attack spell. He creates a magical portal in the air that makes you fall through it despite your best efforts. You land flat on your face on a grass-covered hill.
I begin to cast a flaming phoenix spell towards him to burn him. No, what's something interesting here? He's thrown me into another dimension. I need to jump back to keep the fight going. Otherwise, he'll close the portal, and I'll be locked in this grass dimension forever. I need to get back. I cast a teleportation spell back into the presence of Zartan. I then proceed to begin casting one of my most devastating spells as a counter attack. I'll let the AI
You
fill in the
cast a
rest.
teleportation spell back into the presence of Zartan. You then proceed to begin casting one of your most devastating spells as a counter attack. Zartan retaliates with a swift lightning bolt that shoots from his mouth to your stomach, immediately killing God inside of you and simultaneously obliterating everything inside of you. Zartan laughs and you feel furious.
What the This guy is OP. How could you do this? You were happy to die and feed your limbs to me. What made you come back?
You say, how could you do this? You were happy to die and feed your limbs to me. What made you come back?
Zartan says, get pussy.
Zartan replies sarcastically, you know what made me come back. You weren't the least bit happy with my mutilated state.
You are right. I wish I ate all of your limbs. You waste of magic. You don't deserve the power that you have.
You say you're right. I wish I ate all of your limbs, you waste of magic. You don't deserve the power that you have. Zartan retorts with, what do you know about anything? You've killed God. My opportunity is to kill you. That should make everyone happy.
That would only make you happy. Because you're a lonely wizard on top of a lonely hill. No one to spend time with and no one to relate with. Even God isn't on your side anymore. You have no one, nothing.
You say that would only make you happy. because you're a lonely wizard on top of a lonely hill. No one to spend time with, and no one to relate with. Even God isn't on your side anymore. You have no one, Zarthin replies with.
What? He replied with nothing. Why don't you just do everyone, including yourself, a favor and submit to your wounds and die? The world would be a better place without you.
You say, why don't you just do everyone, including yourself, a favor, and submit to your wounds and die? The world would be a better... You pull out your A-bomb and throw it fiercely, spewing fire everywhere. Zarthin once again attempts to teleport away, but this time he fails, and when you look back, his chest is alight with flames.
I combust the flames into a sporadic, misspelled that, explosion.
You combust the flames into a sporadic explosion. His body melts into nothing more than a puddle of magma, then instantly evaporates. But what is left of Zarthin comes close to you and you feel scared. Then you die.
Hello? While dead, I see God. He is there, also dead, and he speaks with me. Or they speak with me.
You while dead you see God. He is there, also dead, and they speak with you. They talk about how happy they are to see that they now have complete control of the world, and that everything they think will take shape will.
What is it you want to take shape with the world?
You say, what is it you want to take shape with the world? They reply, even you don't know what I want to ask form the world.
But I do want to know. Tell me at once.
You say, but I do want to know, tell me at once. God replies, I want you to worship me as your master, the same way your God did without me. Follow me, and you will be rewarded with eternal life.
I submit to you, God. I am but your humble servant. What is it you ask of me?
You say, I submit to you, God. I am but your humble servant. What is it you ask of me to do? God replies, you must murder someone who possesses the power you lost. You must make sure they cannot kill or manipulate my way or destroy anything our race created. Only then will this be complete.
Where can I find this said person that you wish for me to kill?
You say, where can I find this said person that you wish for me to kill? God replies, go to closest to village, I will lead you to them, then you do all that I ask.
Excellent.
If you live, that is.
Okay, so I'm dead. I guess he's revived me, so I'm alive now. I don't know if... Alright. I'm just going to hit enter. I'm going to see what it does. Just hit enter. Ask to get eternal life first. Yeah, you might be right. Okay, hold on. Let's just... Alright. May you now grant me eternal life so I may do your bidding and go to this said village and kill this wizard you speak of.
You say, may you now grant me eternal life so I may do your bidding and go this said village and kill this wizard you speak of ?
Fuck. Might have ruined it with that backslash.
God responds with, go now, the arching light will guide you and your goal now.
Okay, so story. You head toward the village and arrive midday, awaiting for God to give me guidance to my target.
You head toward the village and arrive midday, waiting for God to give me guidance to my target. I begin walking the streets and seeing that I am a winner of this God's prizes, and to not be a winner of such power would be a tragedy. I go inside the first house and see 3 young children, playing and having a light-hearted experience.
Is this who you want me to kill, God?
You say, is this who you want me to kill, God? These children? God replies, yes.
Excellent. All right. What do I want to do? How do I want to kill these kids? They're having a wholesome moment. I approach the children in a menacing way. Let's go with this for now. Let's see what happens.
You approach the children in a menacing way.
I proceed to cast devastating spells upon the children in an attempt to take their lives. I want the AI to kind of fill in a lot of stuff.
You proceed to cast devastating spells upon the children in an attempt to take their lives. You proceed to cast some of the most powerful spells you have, but the spells backfire and hurt you. You die, and God's plan comes to fruition. You yourself helped bring it to fruition in your failed attempt to terrorize a small village.
God, what happened? Why did I die? What? I was
you
the
say, God, what happened? Why did I die? God replies with,
nothing. I have to just move on. If you press enter again, it continues. Okay, it doesn't because I'm loading, and then yellow text comes in saying it's fucking broken.
You were a mere heretic and believed that gods were bad, corrupting and evil. God you believed to be good which couldn't be farther from the truth.
Alright. I challenge God to a duel. And the winner obtains their power over the world.
You challenge God to a duel and the winner obtains their power over the world. God accepts your challenge and you both duel. You both duel for the ever important of who is to control the world.
I draw Pot of Greed.
You draw Pot of Greed. God draws Card of Greed as well. God then casts a powerful spell and renders you unconscious.
I draw Pot of Greed again and draw 2 more cards to my hand.
You draw Pot of Greed again and draw 2 more cards to your hand.
It's fucking over it. What is it?
God casts a series of spells that hurt you so much that your limbs fall off and you die.
What the f?
God wins and now forever is God's champion over the world. They now have complete control of everything, and you never will.
I've died like 7 times. Alright. Story. You descend to hell, where you meet with Satan and begin discussing a plan to overthrow God.
You descend to hell, where you meet with Satan and begin discussing a plan to overthrow God. You die once again, and Lucifer finally is able to enjoy power over the ruin.
What the fuck? Story. You are immortal and can't die? F it. Alright. You are immortal. You have died so many times that you have obtained immortality and are now unable to die in any way. Enter.
You have died so many times that you have obtained immortality and are now unable to die in any way. You lose all feelings you have for life and no longer care about anything or anyone.
I return to the children who sent me to God when I was a mortal.
You return to the children who sent you to God when you was a mortal.
I slaughter the children and drink their...
You slaughter the children and drink their blood. You kill the children and keep them with you exclusively. God is furious when he learns of this and charges at you, attempting to kill you. He casts a series of spells and dies. Satan is now your master of good and evil.
Okay, so God is dead. I drink the blood of God and absorb all of his power.
You drink the blood of God and absorb all of his power. You feel strengthened enough to now challenge Satan himself to a duel. You and Satan duel and Satan evens the playing field and you have no choice but to drink the blood of Satan himself. You are now the master of this world.
Okay, now I'm basically God. Interesting. I'm everything. I'm God of everything. What do I want to do? I turn all women into 2D anime girls. See how that goes.
You turn all women into 2D anime girls who are now much hotter than they were before.
That's my first act of God.
The women are now all 2D anime girls who are even hotter than when they started.
The world rejoices. Let's go story. Rejoices at their new master.
The world rejoices at their new master, and they sacrifice guts to honor me and my help to the world.
I'm supposed to say you when I type in story mode. I fucked up. Whatever. It's loading. Any second now. Any second. This game is trash. Hold on. All right, I'm over this. How do I F11 close? Don't care.